Hello, Taurus. I am Ulrich. I'm a Lenormand card reader, and today we will do the reading for the month of August for the sign of Taurus. On the table here, you see 9 cards, meaning we will do 4 card readings for each astrological sign. And this reading here is for the sign of Taurus. So you can find all 4 videos for the sign of Taurus on my channel for the month of August 2021. Now, from these 4 objects, you choose or you pick one that you think relates most to your personality, or you choose one you feel most comfortable with. This object of your choice, it should or it will relate the best to your current situation and your card laying. Of course, you can watch all 4 videos related to the Taurus sign, and after you watched all 4 videos, you can then decide what symbol or object is fitting your personal card reading the best. And then you can make your decision. Here, as the first laying, we see the matches. The matches represent the fire symbol. The stone represents the earth symbol. The aerosol sprayer represents the air element. And the shell represents the water element. So Taurus, here we go for your card reading for August. Hello, Taurus, and welcome to the aerosol or the air group for your card reading for August 2021. In the left corner here, we see the flowers or the bouquet. The flowers is a positive card. It means that everything goes very smooth. Presents are offered to us. This is also a card of renewal. But in general, this is a very positive card. And here at the end of the month, then we see the tree. The tree means we grow, we advance in a slow but secure way. But we will go right off the bat to it. We just make the analyze here. So as the first card, as I said here, we have the bouquet and the woman. So it means this is a charming person, this woman. Both genders are here. So I will do the traditional laying because sometimes I reverse the genders, but here we will keep it in the traditional way. So it means this is a charming woman. She's sociable. It's possible also with this combination that this woman is your lover because both parties are here. This person is, in general, it means also a beautiful woman physically. If not, she makes herself beautiful by her charm and by her appearance. She's pleasurable. You like her company. In some cases also, she can relate it actually to the profession of a beautician or an artistic profession here. This is what we sometimes see also. She's also very sociable. There's also a kind of etiquette around her. She's etiquette, she's well-mannered. It's possible also that she plans or you plan to visit her or you plan to visit each other. And she shows appreciation towards you and you show appreciation towards her. So it's also possible that she's a little bit flirtatious or you're flirtatious toward each other. This woman also, because we see the anchor here next to her, she's quite stable, she's solid, she can be focused, maybe she's very close connected to you. Also, she wants to settle down. This is the type that you want to settle down. She wants things on the long run, on the long term. She's stable also because the anchor is stable. In some cases, this can mean a person that you can rely on, solid as a rock, literally. She's also set in her daily routines. She has schedules, things she do every day at the same time. She's like a traditional type. She's also the security type. I think I already mentioned this here. And it's a person where you can rely on. Then we come on the second line here. And I want to mention this immediately because we start here with the snake. The snake is a card that always points to smartness, but in this relationship, I want to mention, because they're both here, this card points then in relationships to triangle relationships. It means there is more than 2 parties involved in this relationship. And especially when the fox is here also, because the fox is tricky also. The snake hides things and the fox is tricky. So you already know where I'm going this here, but later on we will come into the whole laying, we will go into details. So the fox next to the clouds. This could mean that this woman, she's smart, she thinks a lot, if it applies on her, because sometimes the case, but in general here, this means that this is the woman. This woman is smart. She has maybe sometimes she confuses you. But here, what it general means is that you cannot see clearly how she is. She hides part of herself that you don't see. But in general, this means like an intelligent person, a person who has smartness, who waits, who is careful, who before she makes a move, she's already thought about it in a long process, because especially when the clouds are here and she know where she's going and what she wants, probably in the future to come, she will take new initiatives. But we come right there. Also, this is a person that can easily outsmart another person. This is what we see here also. This means literally double. So as I told you earlier, there's more than one person involved here. Also, this person is very focused what she wants. And I'm assuming here something new will be coming up here. She's focused on her new target, or the new thing that she wants to approach. And I'm assuming here, when I see these two cards, she's very strongly focused on getting more stability, because this is the anchor. She wants to become more stable, and she wants to, it's double, she wants to become rooted. She wants to make sure that if she grows, that everything stays as it is, and that her growth is expanding. So then we go here for the clouds and the child. It's possible also that there is a child related to her. Maybe she don't talk about the child, but it's possible that she don't tell you from the start that she has a younger child. There's a child involved with her, or she has a child. This is possible also. She keeps this maybe in the beginning secret. She will not tell you about it, that she actually has a child. Also, this person, it's like she's playing hide and seek here. She pretends to be innocent, but actually I think she's not. This is not an innocent person. I think she's already experienced, but she's charming and she can present it in that way. It's possible when she was younger that her childhood, it contained some danger in her childhood, that something was not secure, not safe in her childhood. This is possible here also. But she herself, she has a very strong focus to come on the stability in her life. So it's very important here for her that she improves. She's also a little bit scared for this new start, but she will focus on her goals. Then here on the last line, we see the man here. I'm assuming this is the male partner in the whole affair. And also this person, he don't say everything that is going on. But I think this gentleman here, he's more established because the tree is next to him. So I'm assuming that this person has a stable job here. But also he's suspicious. He might be suspicious about her, or he might be a suspicious person in general. He's careful what he's doing. He's cautious. Also, he's streetwise. He's been around. He knows where he's going. Also, same as her, he's smart. So in a way, these two persons, they have similar features. It's possible that they are both aware that there is more than one person involved in these relationships. It's possible that they are aware of each other. But we will see this later. This man could be like the typical male man. He can be a little bit like a macho type, or a man that is very male, typical male. Also, he's strongly rooted. It's very important for him that he's strongly rooted and that he advances. In some cases also, it could point to maybe he's related to health profession, since the tree is here, or he's himself, he take care of his health. Also in his personality, it's not the type that will take risks. If he is in business or in his work, he's a stable type. He will not change often job. He's a stable type. He stays as he is. He take care of himself, also of his body. Maybe he's also good when he has some outdoor skills, like he's an adventurer. He goes in the forests. He go on hiking. This is possible here also. Also in the future, it's possible that he becomes more suspicious in the future. This is a person also, but I think both. This person has a certain need for getting sexually more active. He actually wants to enjoy life. In some cases, this points to bon vivant, enjoy life as it extremes. This is possible also. Somebody who wants to enjoy life and all the beauty, the nice things, the food of life. Or it can apply in the sexual area, and he want to enjoy his sexual life in a certain way. Here, this person also, he want to do things in his own way. He will not follow other people. He want to do it in his own way, the way he thinks about it. Even if other persons don't like it, he will still follow and do what he likes. He's like a very stable type, and he has his ways, and he keeps on his ways. It's possible also that he's very hardworking, because this is a hardworking person. Even he exaggerate in his work, he don't stop working. So this is possible here also. Then we go on the vertical line. We see the bouquet, the snake, and the man. In some cases, the bouquet can break the spell of a dubious relationship, but still, with the foxes here, we need to be careful. Everything, even if the bouquet would break the spell of the triangle relationship, we need to be careful and cautious, because the fox is also here. I would say these two cards, it points to flattery. I think maybe this man like to be flattered. He likes to be flattered. He likes to be in the center of attentions. He likes that people look at him. Maybe himself, he's good looking also, and he likes the attention of it. In a way, I would also say there's a form of jealousy around him. That is possible also. Also, this combination, it points that he's probably invited to sexual intercourse, because here the bouquet is an invitation for the sex here. So this is possible also that he gets an invitation here for sex. Or he gets invitations regarding to things that are related to art. So it's like that is possible also. He's invited to some kind of art, an art gallery. That is possible here also. Also, he's same as her. He's good-mannered. He's well-mannered. He knows how to act. He knows how to behave. Also, he's proud on the achievements that he had, and he's very focused, or he can be very focused on a woman. He can be very focused on her, because the snake is a focus. So this man, if he wants a certain woman, he's very focused on her. In some cases also, he can actually admire the partner. He can admire the partner, and he put a lot of efforts in the admiring, and also he put a lot of efforts in the way he looks. So it's important for him. And the woman here, we already saw, she's a natural beauty. So in a way, there are similarities here between them. Then we have the snake and the man on itself. As I said here, this man is smart. He knows what he does. He has a certain intelligence. So there are a lot of similarities in this couple here. This man cannot, sometimes also, you don't see how he actually is. At a certain point, he can change because the snake loses her skin. So it's possible that at some points he makes a change. He really changed skin. He's goal-oriented. This is possible here also. As I said here earlier, he goes his own way. We have that here again. Also, he can be quite seductive. It's easy for him to seduce a woman because he has a certain charm here. He has a certain charm. Then we come here to the woman, the clouds, and the fox. Sometimes it might be because maybe this woman gets a lot of attention, and sometimes it might confuse her. It might confuse her. Maybe if she feels that the man is not as stable as she is, it confuses her. It gives her also, it can give her some form of stress. She gets a little bit anxious. Maybe she's the one, I'm thinking so, that wants to become more stable. Maybe for some reason that is not possible because there might be a third person involved in this relationship, as I said earlier. Sometimes also maybe this woman, like, because she's confused, it's like she needs some guidance. She don't know exactly what she needs to do, and sometimes she's in need of guidance because she don't know anymore. Maybe she's confused about the man. Maybe she's confused about the situation. Maybe she's confused also about the situation and her child and the man. So this is both possible here. So there's like a tricky situation going on here. Maybe she doesn't make it clear to the man doesn't make it clear to him. They don't make it clear to each other. That is possible here also. Then we have the clouds and the woman here. I think this woman recently get involved in a new job because, or she's thinking about changing job, but I think she's involved or she's thinking about getting a new job. If not, there are some issues hanging above her work, or she think about problems surrounding her work. But here, there's some thinking about the job in itself. It's possible also she hides some aspects of her job. Maybe there is some secrecy in the work. Maybe she needs to hide certain things in her work. That is possible here also. She's also like the adaptive type. She adapts to certain situations related to her work then. Also, she conceals certain facts about herself. Maybe because both have the feeling that there is something that both hide, she conceals also. If you're in some business relationship here, you need to be careful also for the business relationship, because the fox sometimes is tricky. You need to be careful that everything is correct here, because this can be a tricky combination for business or for salaries. This could be careful. You need to be cautious here about this. Maybe there's some people who are not so trustworthy around us. This is possible with this combination also. Then we come in the third vertical line here. We have the anchor, the child, and the tree. I'm assuming if she has a child, this child is very close connected to her, because the anchor is here, and here then we see the tree. So this child is very close to her. Even she don't speak about it, it's very close to her. She was determined to have this child, and she is determined that this child stays with her. Again, here we see new businesses. So it's possible, I already mentioned it there, I see that here also. It's possible also that she herself works with children. That is possible also, that she works with children herself. And if she does, it could mean that it's a stable profession for her, because the stability is here for the child. She provides stability for other children. As we saw her, maybe her own childhood was a little bit unstable. So here she wants to provide the stability for other people. This is possible here also. There's a lot of combinations here. So I'm just touching some, but there's a lot of combinations here that are possible. She comes in some new forms of routine. If she has a new job, that would be the case. Maybe also she recently moved to another location. That is what we can see here also. Yeah, she's recently moved to a new location and she wants to settle down more. She wants to get more roots there. She will, maybe in the past she was more joyful, playful, but now she's very focused on getting her feet on the ground here. I think also here, this points on starting something new. Maybe in the future, she wants to do something additional. She wants to grow something. What is possible also that this child is not yet very old. Because in some cases also this could mean a birth certificate. So it's possible that the child is not so very old yet. That is possible here also. So she's still very close to the child. So that is possible also here. It's like she wants to settle down with the child. Maybe the child is like only a few months old. That is possible here also. Then we have, they get more stable towards each other. Here we see that the child is actually mimicking her. Yeah, that is what I see here. Then we go on the cross here. We have the bouquet, the clouds, and the tree. As I said here, if there are some negative thoughts here, if before she was not so stable, she will do everything because the bouquet is positive. So she will do everything for becoming more stable. She will have a strong focus on that because the snake is here. Maybe also she's selective in the people who she lets in her house. She don't let everybody in her house. She probably has her own reasons for that. In some cases also, this means, I just say this in general, that we are receiving or we are receiving fake compliments. This is what it means also here. Sometimes this can mean that we are receiving fake compliments, that people compliment us with a reason for getting what they want. This is like fake compliments. This is possible also that this happened, that you receive, or this kind of compliments, flattery. Maybe it's like for taking the person's insecurity away. Maybe the person is insecure in some reason, in some way. And then we have the clouds and the tree here. This one of the two persons here is also very patient. As we know, Taurus can be very patient sign. So here we see also the patience here. If you would have some health issues, sometimes here, because the clouds are here, sometimes it's wisely to ask for a second opinion. But the bouquets here, it's protected, but this combination sometimes points to asking for a second opinion. If we receive some documents from a hospital, from a lab or something, this could point that you ask for a second opinion. Maybe before it was hard for one of both for getting the feet on the ground. There here, this person we already saw. This one here, one of the boat also feels unstable, not necessary is, but one of the boat feels unstable. But the one thing, the stability is there. I'm assuming it's the woman. She has the clouds under her. She has a feeling she's unstable, but it's not necessary so, but she wants more stability. In some cases also, it would point to an own business for getting more stability here on the ground. If you're in the artistic field, this would also point that on acting or working on the stage, this is possible also, or in the entertainment sector. Then here we have the anchor, the clouds, and the man. So also with the man, I told you earlier, it's like they're both a little bit confused, where they don't know where they're going. They are not sure where they're standing with each other. So I'm assuming this relationship is quite new. This could point that they both have a little, that I feel a little bit unstable towards each other. But here the possibility for getting closer is there because the tree is there. Maybe they get closer in a sexual way towards each other because the snake is there. Sometimes also it means that maybe I'm assuming here it's because it's going to the man, that we already saw that the man is a very hard worker, so that sometimes his working conditions are very harsh. He needs to work hard. It's almost like unbearable conditions, but he persists in it. He's focused. He wants to do what he wants to do, and he bears the consequences from the choices that he made. In some cases also, it points to some routines in the job that in some cases are boring. So maybe some aspects of his job need to be done, but actually are boring, and maybe he finds them boring. We saw it both here already. Sometimes also this person thinks, the woman thinks also, they are both like thinkers. In a way, these people or this couple, there is some matching factors here, but I think this relationship is quite new. I think they need to work out where they are, and there is distrust here. There is distrust, and as I said, there is a third party involved. That's the most important. So I'm assuming that the distrust, this is where distrust, one of the both or both feel there is a third party involved in this relationship, and they both are confused and they don't know for sure where this is going. So it's like the relationship is shaky. It's a little bit shaky. Maybe it's just begun. That's what I'm seeing here. I can only read what I see here. Sometimes we have things like that. Maybe both of these persons, they don't want to proceed on the long time. But if I would make an educated guess, I would say that towards stability, this woman is more tended to become more stable. Maybe the man here is not sure about the whole thing. He's not yet sure that that is what he really wants. Maybe because there's another party involved, that might be what. It's like maybe they try out each other where they go. In some of the relationship, there's some kind of things that is not satisfying them. It can be a psychological field, it can be a physical field. It's like they are not yet worked out where they go and what to do. This is for this month. But in the future, As we see here, the last line is very stable. This is now, but I think maybe by the end of the month, but maybe later, there will come stability, because the last cards, except for the child, are very slow cards. These are slow cards. So I'm thinking here they try out, and after, if they are sure, maybe they take the next step. But both are confused for the moment where they are. That is what I'm seeing here. So Taurus, for the aerosol, the air group, this is all for this month. I hope you enjoyed my card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for doing so. See you next time. Bye bye for now. Thank you.